Hi, Gemini. We're going to start your reading. We have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, the Devil, and the Page. Here we have a person, the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, not the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords is speaking with clarity, meaning her mind is as clear as this blue sky, and she's speaking on what's going on. She speaks of of the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant person. As you can see, they're dressed well. They have a lot of money and a lot of grapes, and they're in a land that's given so much. So this speaks on the need to feel established, and that is really getting you fired up, Gemini. And I mean fire up because we have the Ace of Wands that is being used by a soldier. Soldiers have the need to protect, service, and do stuff. This soldier is on the move, very fire up, very energetic to get the task done. And the task that we're speaking is about us feeling secure, feeling healthy, feeling beautiful, feeling abundance. The queen is extremely clear about this needs. And yes, why is the queen speaking about this? Because this queen is a divorcee, a widow, or a woman who through time has gained great has achieved a great mental clarity. Through experience, we acquire knowledge. And here we have the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior is a person who still stands up, holding their wand, meaning they're ready to defend themselves from any attacks. And this person has been through a lot. Look, this is the Nine of Wands. You've been through so much experience through family, work, friends, relationships, and you're still standing strong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you more knowledgeable. If you're the person who thinks, which the Queen of Swords is very sharp, the mind. And through all this experiences, you know the need to feel secure and healthy is number one. And that's a passion of yours. And that's something you speak very loudly about. Because you be like, in my last relationship was this, and my last relationship I learned this, in my other relationship I learned this, and what I have learned in what I had learned in my 20s and 30s, you can say, is all those experiences made me realize that I needed to have a beautiful garden, begin taking care of myself first, and then people will see me and be like, oh my God, look at what they have accomplished. People would be like, when you see people who have accomplished a lot in life, people look at them and be like, oh my God, good for you. Oh my God, they celebrate you. And you might meet another partner that is equal to you who has achieved a lot. And you will call them kindred spirits because you'll be like, you achieved that and he achieved that. You guys been through the battle. You guys been soldiers. So, and here is the energy of the devil in the page. This page has a little fish. He took that fish out of the sea. Either he could have rescued the fish or he could have taken the fish out of the sea. I don't know if the fish usually would like to be in the ocean, so there could be cruel like message that like devil tendencies that you might have. We're not having them anymore because yeah, they might send you like spicy messages like, oh, like emotionally trying to uh you see how the devil, you see the male with the fire and the female with the grapes lost. And it's like in the fish, it's like we're not about lust anymore because you've been through so many lustful relationships And it's like you're being sincere. That don't work. You understand? No. So here is the next. I think lustful messages, you're not gonna entertain this because the queen is, come talk to me. And the sword is like, no, we need to cut that out. Because you are in a place that you want to be the nine of pentacles. You want to be a soldier for your own causes. You've been through a lot, through many, you've been around the wheel. You have experienced this so many times that you're finally understanding the lessons. And the devil tendencies, as fun as they may be, is no. So that leaves somebody who's upset. Maybe could have been you, maybe could have been them. But here we're gonna go because the brain, your Gemini, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You go to sleep thinking about it. You might have gone to sleep thinking about it, waking up thinking about it. This could be the past. This could have been the past. But what is done is done. We cannot change it. And I'm gonna tell you this. The reason you pick those choices or they pick those choices because that was the mindset they had right there. So those choices were correct ones because of the mindset you had. You were thinking that way, therefore you chose that way. That's it. Those were the right choices for that mindset at that time. Now you have a different mindset. You will pick differently. So the past is done. We need to move on. That's it. If it's not, it's creating, we cannot. The brain, the mind is running wild. We cannot come being depressed. Here's the ace. The ace of one is opportunity. Opportunity to use your energy to create something. Here you see a tree. This is a piece of wood that is no longer on the ground, yet it still flourishes with tree branches. But the opportunity, were they taking or not? If somebody didn't take the opportunity, then it is what it is. I already said that was the mindset. There was no way you could have picked that opportunity because your mind was not set up to take those chances. Your mind was set up to follow a certain pathway. If your mind would have been in a different mindset, you probably would have picked this, but you didn't. So leave the past behind. This opportunity was not taken because somebody would not give. Whether it was you or that person, somebody decided they would not give. They were not gonna share. They were holding on to their stuff. You see this person, there's a CD behind, he's sitting down. He's sitting down, he's not moving. And he's holding on to all the pentacles through his feet, not giving. So whatever action was supposed to be taken, it was not. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, it was not. Somebody decided not to give. And here we have the Four of Swords. There's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is talking about the past, and the Ace of Swords, which cuts the truth. This person's in deep meditation, thinking about what happened. Remember what happened about the opportunity, and that somebody decided not to give. And the another reason is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is all about what emotionally will fulfill you, what choices are available to you, about daydreaming. And but this here, because this is action in mind. Somebody chose something that eventually went wrong. The Tower. Whatever it is that you chose, at the end, it did not pay it off. The reason it didn't pay off, because it broke. You might have had this tower for a week, 2 years, or whatever, but the tower was built to a point it can no longer, it couldn't go longer to the future. That tower was built for a period of time, and it's now done. It's over. This is the 9. An opportunity came, was not taken. The reason why people didn't want to share. And if you're a detective, which you could be a detective here, is because of the choices that were made brought this tower down. Next one, I forgot. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. They're totally a pair. They match perfectly. Uh, the ten of Swords is a human that got stabbed in the back by people of his choosing. This per human, you have the choice to make friends and to pick your friends. Now, whoever you pick, stab this person in the back. But the tower it's already over, right? And the hangman is a major energy, is a major pause, and it's asking you to put yourself in a different perspective. He cannot move his feet, he cannot move his hand. He's allowed situations to play it out. He's allowing the environment to play out. He trusts himself and trusts the environment. And he has a clarity of, because he's thinking, I did this, they did that. And this is what the react, my choices cost this, their choices cost that. But at the end is, I picked this person knowing who they were. And if I picked them, the odds of this happening were this high or this low. You understand me? Somebody is in a major understanding of how things play out in their life. And here we have the death. Death comes to end a behavior, to end a situation. There is a king who's already dead. Once that king dies, his way of ruling the land is over. If the way of ruling the household is over, a new mentality will now become the ruler. So, major pause. Life put this person in a major pause and nothing. They couldn't move. So they felt like life was still. But the reason he was put in this major pause is to examine the Ten of Swords in his mind. What caused this to happen? They play a part in what they did. The other person plays a part too. But at the end is, you allow people to come in to your life. Even if you say, well, my mother, yes, your mother, at one point you had no choice but to be part of your mother and father. But once you became an adult and independent of them, meaning you can survive, you can pay your own rent, you can pay your own rent, pay your own bills and food, everything. You choose to still speak to your parents, right? You're independent of them. And if you say, oh, my mother is there, you have the choice to put your parents in a timeout. Your parents can put you in a timeout when you are independent of them. Now, if you depend on people, that means you never gain the skills to separate yourself from them. Anyways, here the hangman is extremely in pause and time, and he's understanding this is what haunts you at night. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. This is what bothers your mind 24/7, and it's the actions that we're taking, that we're not taking, or we're taking. And it's the reality of deep meditation of my choices created this tower. Now we have the King of Swords, which is a perfect match to the Queen of Swords. They're perfect for each other. And the King of Swords, again, he's having his moment, because this card next to the King is telling me that the King of Swords has changed the way he sees, the way he rules his kingdom, the way he rules himself. He has have a major change. The way he used to think in 2020 was acceptable, because that helped him. But the way he thinks now in 2024 is extremely different than who he was 4 years ago, because he has to change to adapt. Everybody is evolving through time, through experience. The 20-year-old king is very different than the 40-year-old king or the 30-year-old king. Now, this king speaks of moving, emotionally moving, Emotionally, this is movement. The next one is movement, and the next one is the Fool. Movement, 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 movement. This king speaks that emotionally he is ready to seek something new. New. The Fool is new. The Death is new. This king is ready to seek emotional fulfillment, to have a new mindset, because this is the source of about behavior. You're leaving the way he used to think behind. This is a dead king. That mindset is dead, is gone. It will no longer rule the land. A new mindset is here. And that mindset is about desire. This is love emotionally. Moving and trying and going on a new journey. This is new energy. This is starting something new and leaving everything behind. Now we have the beautiful high priestess. The high priestess is higher knowledge, but is occult knowledge. It's not like the Hierophant. The Hierophant is religion that's out there, but the high priestess is about your inner gut and knowing. This is something mystical. This is something. Uh, this is that spooky. Don't go to work today, and the reason you didn't go to work today is because the lights were not working. It's like intuition. Like it's like, oh, don't get on that plane because and you didn't get on the plane and something happened to the plane. This is that that thing that we have that tells us. And here, the high priestess and the four cups is somebody sitting, they're not in a rush to do anything. This is sitting and they're emotionally thinking what will fulfill them. And here's the Ace of Cup. This is always God giving us that opportunities that they set up. You don't know it's coming, but it might be there. The Judgment is judging things based on their actions. And here, whatever may come your way, you will judge it and you will stand extremely strong on your boundaries. Somebody's trying to say, hey, let's do this. And you're like, okay, I can do that, but I have my boundaries and you need to respect that. And here is collaboration. And the reason I say collaboration, because this could be fighting. This is the five wands, the five of wands with the seven of wands and the two. And then we have the sword and the hair. It's like this person, when something will be offered to them, they will go into deep contemplation and judge it very clearly. Meaning, if somebody emotionally asks you to take something like a date, you'll be like, okay, you're going to judge them based on their past deeds, and you're going to judge them based on your experience and your skill level to deal with the situation. You more than happy will work with them, collaborate with them, but you have your boundaries and you will definitely keep balance. You're not going to be overtaken by them. You're not going to allow things. This is action. It by keeping things balanced and truthful. This is the sword. With the sword, you gain authority. With the sword, you gain peace. With the sword, you gain victory. And this is the how fiery. You're very skilled now. And the hermit is knowledge. And you have been seeking knowledge through therapy, relationship videos, even through tarot. This is you putting in the work. This is the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, the Hermit has it, and the Star. You will speak the truth, but it be a truth very knowledgeable, and you're gonna cut what's not good in your life, and you're gonna keep. You want victory, you want peace, and you want to be respected, and you're not afraid to use a sword. You feel now very confident. You feel very skilled now to use a sword, to use the intellect. You are logical enough. You understand, because people, if you have never used a sword, you're not going to know how to use it. But this is somebody through time has gained the skills to use the sword, finally, to gain victory, to gain peace, and to gain authority, respect. You have acquired the knowledge of relationship. You have acquired the knowledge of therapy for your childhood, and you have acquired the knowledge to how how you need to work with others, how reality works. But you have the knowledge too of the occult, of us, the mystics. And you know the need to always keep this in balance. Their ships, your ships need to come in, but we're gonna have balance. I need to work with you, you need to work with me to build. And I have my boundaries. And what I'm saying to you, it is the right judgment. Judgment with the Hierophant, with the Ace of Swords, it is fair. If I know what will bring me happiness, my family, my work, my health, and yeah, maybe a relationship, but I now know I know how to do this. And I feel it in my gut because this might be, you might be even having dreams. But here, because of the logic, this is too logical. This is about the mind. You have gained, Gemini. Finally, the balance. The Gemini is like, you have finally, we're finally here. And you're not going to allow just anybody to offer you anything. You can offer me things. Yes, offer me stuff. But we're going to work together. You and me, we're going to keep it balanced. We're going to keep it truthful. Because the research is showing that in a relationship, this happens. In therapy, this shows that this works. This is facts. All right. Gemini, lovely reading. I really enjoy it. Have a good day. Bye.